It is Caner Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to go over the characteristics. I'm going to give you about 5 characteristics of every successful caner, so that if you're just starting off or you're just getting into this, if you're right in the midst of it, or even if you're advanced, you can use it as a checklist and say, hey, you're right about those things, because I am a successful caner, been doing it for a while, and that's right on. A warm welcome to those of you that are here for the first time, as well as the faithful followers. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. Thank you for your submissions. We're going to get back to that right after. Before I forget, this is the week of Thanksgiving. And you better believe, especially those of you in the ACSD family, we are so thankful for you and the opportunity to cane together and just the plain opportunity to serve. So thank you so much for that. And let's jump right into this. Let's jump right into it. What are the characteristics of individuals who really see progress with their training, that are happy? You see that we use the a caner for life, right? A C4L, caner for life. What does it take to really be to where you're really enjoying your practice and you stick with it? There are certain characteristics, and the first one is, from the onset, having the clarity. What is it that you want to get out of caning? What the majority right now are coming in for self-protection, and we get it, absolutely. It's called American cane self-defense. So that's huge. But what does that really mean? You want this tool for self-protection. We already know. I'm not going to go over all the advantages of this tool and the legalities and all those things. You guys, if you're watching this, you probably already ran into it, and if not, just look it up. But we get it, right? The tool creates leverage. But what does that mean in terms of self-protection? You want to have the ability to what? To use this tool in such a way, in a timely fashion. The goal of the training should be to ingrain it in the nerve system so that under duress, you can respond in an appropriate fashion to save your life or save your loved ones. What does it actually take when you break that down? What are the things that you're going to need? Are you going to have to be any faster? Do you need to develop some power, where you are now versus moving forward? What about accuracy? How important is that? And really, just last week we told you what's number one thing you should be focusing on is really movement when it comes down, your ability to do those things with the tool. So getting clear on what the goal is from the onset, having a blueprint, having a game plan, and then how am I actually going to get there, which leads to number 2. Successful caners get professionally trained. They get not to the level of professionals necessarily themselves, but they seek professional guidance, a curriculum, the blueprint, the step-by-step, the systems. How are you going to go about this? And choose wisely. Do your homework from the onset, because whatever you choose, that's how you're going to move, right? And so the reason that I say that is because I speak to instructors that have been in the martial arts for many years. This is just one example, right? We speak to a lot more people that are brand new to this, but instructor has been saying, no, I've been watching this, before listening to you. I'm a talented individual. I'm a high ranking in an XYZ martial art, and I'm going to take this tool. And I thought, I'll just watch some YouTube video, put some things together. And so that's called improvisation. And that's okay if that's the way you want to serve your audience. But there's a very definite difference between that and a structured step-by-step curriculum that has been refined over the past 3 decades for a very specific outcome, right? So do your homework, choose wisely. Number 3, break down those goals, whatever that goal is, into bite-sized pieces. The best way to eat an elephant, you know that, right? It's one bite at a time. So you're going to break something down. You want to be clear with that and establish some very small wins, because those bite-sized wins, at the end of the day, they keep the progress needle moving forward. And at the end of the day, when you look at it, you say, wow, look at me now. That's going to require supervision, a set of trained eyes on you to give you support, to give you feedback, to give you accountability, the correctives you're going to need to make it. But you should always know right now, you should be able to answer, this is where I am specifically in the timeline of my training. This is where I'm going. This is what I have remaining. Okay, so take whatever that goal is and really bite size. Get clear on what it takes to do that. Number 4 is that caners who are serious about getting training, they come as they are. What does that mean? That means that they don't wait for the perfect time to get cane trained. There really is no such thing. It's a myth. Raise your hand if you can tell me when is the next time you're going to get attacked out on the street. You can't answer that, right? Same thing, you see it all over. Can anybody tell me when? I wish I were wrong about this, believe me. When's the next time you're gonna have an active shooter event? You can't predict that, you can't tell me when that is. And I wish I were wrong. The only thing we know is that there's always somebody trying to outdo the next individual. So what makes sense is to get trained. The time that you have is now. But come as you are with your injuries, come as you are with your limitations. It's up to whoever is imparting the instruction to go ahead and circumvent those principles to really make it work for you. So come as you are with those limitations, and let's see what we can get you to do. Because who you are today with the cane, I always tell you, is not who you're going to be tomorrow with that cane. That's called progress. That's how you do it. Lastly, and this I'll give it to you as a bonus. Successful caners are caners for life. They never ever quit. This is one of the few activities, one of the arts that if you stick with it, you will succeed, as long as you have that curriculum and you have that professional guidance and supervision, somebody that can continue to take you from this level here and keep moving you on. You can't say that about every sport. I can't say that to the parents, and say, hey, and guarantee that your kid is going to have a starting role on the team, a starting spot. Can't do that. Can't guarantee that you're going to be a professional. But you're listening to me there and you're saying, you know what? I've been watching this. I've been seeing what's going on, and I've been seeing what's going on with ACSD. We have a talent this, and boy, I think I want to serve in that capacity because it's so empowering. I see what's going on beyond just the self-defense. People that are coming in with injuries, with limitations, with neurological disorders, with arthritis, with back pain, they're overweight, and wow, they're really getting, these are real, we say real caners experiencing real results. You see what is going on here. Well, guys, you gotta have a system and a method that rewards you and that says, this is where you are now, this is what comes second, this is what comes third, so that then you can go ahead and take that, duplicate it, and share it with your audience. You need a system that is duplicable, right? So that you can have the same success with the audience that you're gonna serve. At the end of the day, it's Thanksgiving week. We are thankful for the opportunity always to serve. So I just want to get this message. Next week we'll get back to answering your requests and what it is that you want. But if you're listening to this and you're saying, that sounds like a plan, that makes sense to me, how do I get started? Take advantage of the no-cost cane clarity call. You're going to text the letters CCC to 305-745-7839 in less than 24 hours. We'll get on the phone with you and we'll go over these things that I just outlined here and answer all your questions regarding cane or anything else for that matter, hitting some goals. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your Thanksgiving and stay safe.